park to stay where it is and not have any new development there for luxury apartments, etc. My granddaughter had her very first birthday there and her fourth birthday as well. I've also torn my meniscus and my knee from running in other parks, and that track there is soft and it's not competitive. I bring my stepchildren there and I adore the space. Not many of my friends or acquaintances even know about this meeting, and their kids and grandkids depend on this park as well for kiting, running, and just enjoying the outdoors. One of my stepdaughters has a disability, and when we do go to the park, the sparkle in her eyes and the laughter in her voice is irreplaceable. And the pictures I've taken says a million words. Mine and the children's memories are so beautiful and important to myself and my family, also abroad, that can see the happiness through these pictures.
I am Elizabeth Macon, and my stepmom has brought me to Riverview Park a lot of times, and I love the park. I would be very disappointed in the city of Newport News if they were to replace it with some luxury apartments.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Betta Jarvis, and I live in 819 Cascade Drive, Newport News, Virginia. I think that you should not make the park into apartments because kids like me and my age, we really have nowhere to go outside, outdoors to hang out with our friends anywhere really. And I have lots of memories of going to the park, like I went on field trips there, I went to birthday parties there, I used to cheer there. And when I grow up, I want to have kids and I want them to have those same experiences. And if you make them into apartments, they won't have those experiences. So, yeah.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Hughes. I live at 114 Sheffield Way, Newport News, Virginia. And I'm here on behalf of the citizens of Newport News. And I think it would be a shame if you guys went through with the decision to tear down the park, because there are many children younger than me and my age who enjoy the park and all it offers. Many sports, many people use it to the advantage, like Mitchville High School, they use their track run there, soccer, and if you took down the park, you'd be taking away many memories the kids can make there. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor Price, Vice Mayor Tina Vick, council members, Ms. Washington, legal representation. My name is Angela Herring, and I live at 11 Diggs Drive in Newport News, Virginia, 23602. The issue I'm here about tonight is not putting houses on the city farmland, parkland, no residential development. And I'm going to be brief. There are 4 points I want to make. Number one, commitments need to be honored. This land was zoned park in 1991 with the intent of keeping it park for future generations. We need that commitment honored. Number two, council needs to listen to the citizens of Newport News. Keeping Riverview Farm a park was a major issue in the May elections. The council represents us and needs to listen to our wishes. Number three, council needs to listen to the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission voted unanimously to remove the understudy designation and keep it park. Number four, if Newport News wants to keep its residents and attract new ones to the city, it would be wise to consider the quality of life a park on the water offers. Keeping it a park offers a major attraction. Thank you.
Ross, I reside at 530 Cary Lake Drive, Newport News. Good evening, esteemed members of council, Vice Mayor Vick, Mayor Price, City Manager Cindy Hall. Thank you all for your service and dedication to the City of Newport News. It's greatly appreciated. I think that we can all agree on one thing tonight. We are all interested in what's in the best interest of our city and its citizens. On each of you to search your heart, please, and not develop the city farm property into property that would benefit a few wealthy, but rather keep it as a park as it was zoned originally for all 280,000 plus citizens to enjoy. My request is quite simple, really. I'd like you to please keep the Riverview in Riverview Farm Park. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. Mason Mosley, 7505 River Road, Newport News 23607. I'm asking as a citizen that you endorse the unanimous recommendation of the city's planning commission and designate city farms, that is Riverview Park, land use as park in the comprehensive plan, One City, One Future 2040. From my perspective, it's interesting talking about a plan that runs through 2040. Remind me, how does democracy work? An unsolicited plan to develop that property was submitted last November. That developer is represented by the previous mayor. I can only presume that plenty of discussion went on between that developer and city employees prior to its presentation to city council. I'm not suggesting anything untoward, just noting that there was an interest in the city farm by a developer. They had to ask for publicly available information in order to submit a convincing and detailed case. Since that time, you've seen the establishment of a citizens group in support of ensuring that Riverview Park remain the public asset to the whole community that it is. You've heard from us at council meetings, work sessions, and letters to the editor and yard signs. Each candidate on the ballot last May was interviewed regarding their position on this issue. Has an issue stirred so much public interest? However you vote, I look forward to your explanation. I am a Newport News voter, and I will support the candidate who supports keeping Riverview Park as a park. Thank you.
I was called to be pastor of a church here in Newport News in 1983. I became that pastor and remained that pastor for quite a while. I moved to Arlington, Virginia in 1997, expecting, if I ever came back here, to have a park, because that was promised while I was here. I came back in 2004, and it's not a park. And I think it's outrageous, frankly, no offense intended, that it seems like that you all are the only people that are interested in development. We are interested in a park. And I'm not sure why you're not listening to us. I'm confused. Now, I'm 72 years old. I came back here to retire. And probably I won't ever get to go to this park, even if you vote for it to be a park tonight. Because the average age of men dying is 77. I'm not sick, thanks for asking. But I really want it for future generations and for a city that I love. Please keep it a park.
Down in place. I'm a retired city employee and I happen to work for the Parks Department. In the years I worked for the Parks Department, ran into numerous people that had suggestions on what we should do with our parks. So many times the idea sounded great until you realized there was a conflict between this idea and the way people were currently using the park, or the space wasn't adequate. At Riverview, when we started the planning process for what has now been developed, I was amazed at the ideas that came in and how we could accommodate all but one, and that was for the Air Modelers flying field, which we ended up building on watershed property in York County. But there was a lot of ideas, and we tried to work with the public on developing these ideas. And the one thing about it was this land wasn't a park, and so we weren't interfering with the way somebody else had been using that land as a park. At Riverview, there's a unique opportunity to develop a park that would be on land that nobody's using as a park, and thus we could be very flexible with the use and being innovative, quite frankly. For example, I know some people on this group would like to see a source of revenue. Well, how about something that was suggested for where Fort Fun is now was that we build a concession area that would be like in a mall where you could buy, go to the vendors, and then go down and overlook the river and enjoy it. Well, obviously that was not suitable for Huntington because of the size, the space, and the history of the way that park had been used. But perhaps if there are council people who feel we need revenue, there's an opportunity to look at that and think of Riverview as a gathering place, as a park that's a gathering place besides a park, and where people could gather and meet, maybe have wedding venues or other things like that. So I do appreciate your time, and thank you very much.
Good evening, City Council members, citizens of Newport News. My name is Shirley Beaver. I live at 14 River Road. I'm here to support the recommendation from the Planning Commission that the approximate 60 acres of City Farm remain designated park area. That recommendation from the Planning Commission is unanimous. Designate this City Farm land as park. Please listen to the citizens of Newport News. I speak not just for myself, but for my children and my grandchildren. The vast majority of these citizens want City Farm to be designated park. We want to move ahead with plans for the park. How many citizens have signed petitions and submitted them to you to be designated park? There are petitions that have been signed by thousands of people wanting this as a park area. And how many citizens have submitted petitions to you in favor of exclusive waterfront homes being built on this park land? Please pay attention to the citizens. When people move here, they want a quality of life, which includes green space and parks. It's a major factor for quality of life. Before a vote, each and every member of the council needs to reread the January 2018 document entitled Riverview Farm Park, a waterfront park for all residents to enjoy, why the former City Farm Park should remain zoned an integral part of Riverview Farm Park, and how the current designation aligns with the goals of the Newport News Comprehensive Plan. The main author was Dale Good, who has just spoken to you and had additions from other concerned citizens. So the citizens of Newport News Park who elected you need you to step up and publicly commit to this park. You can do this by rereading that comprehensive report. Much more good rationale than I can mention in 3 minutes. You also need to support the Planning Commission, who recommended you to designate this as park. Do not circumvent the Planning Commission. If you want to revisit it, go back and go through the correct process. Don't circumvent. And also reestablish the task force for citizens coming to you from the north end, the central part, and the southeast sections of the city. The task force can research, recommend uses for the park, which also include sources of revenue, corporate sponsors. There are sources of revenue in the city. Please give that to the task force to develop and not just look for a few wealthy that can use that land. Please listen to us. Thank you.